Often people criticize why Hindus worship the sun, the rivers, and the stars and the trees, everything that comes across their way. There's a great significance if we ponder over it. It depends on what you mean by success. Philosophy of heartfulness, the Sahaj Marg Paddhati, is very simple. That you need not alienate your life from both material or spiritual. You must try to integrate them both. This is the clarion call of my Guruji, Pujya Babaji Maharaj. That moment you ignore one for the other, ipso facto you'll suffer. For example, you may become very successful in your business, lovely family, everything are going well. Children are also obedient, wife is loving, and you have loyal friends. What more can you ask? But if your inner heart still craves for something more, something beyond this ephemeral, and when you're at the deathbed and you're thinking, what did I achieve in my life for my spiritual success, spiritual advancement, then you'll wonder, yes, life has been great, family members have been great, friends have been great, but somewhere along I did not attain something I should have attained during my lifetime, spiritual success. Then all this acquisition in the material world, emotional world, will collapse in thin air in front of you. They will become meaningless. Do you really want that to happen? No. So the masters, they say that you should not get involved so much into material world that your spirituality suffers. At the same time, you should not become so involved with spirituality that your material life suffers. The best approach I have found so far, which I have noticed in my day-to-day life, and especially during my business career, was to integrate spirituality in the material world. And it doesn't take a lot to integrate spirituality in the business world. To run your business ethically with a consciousness that all that I am doing is to serve my Lord, my God. Willpower, to me, is a matter of interest. Do you like ice cream? I suppose you do. Do you use willpower to have it? Perhaps you need willpower how not to have an ice cream. But to have an ice cream, do you need willpower? You don't, because you are interested in it. You love it, you like it, that's your passion. So develop passion, develop interest. See what meditation can do. Do it few times when you are awake. Don't have to force yourself for meditation, but meditate when you can meditate when you are up, and see what meditation can do to you. And automatically, as interest will develop, as passion will develop, your experience will take you into that zone that, oh, I need to get up early. And each time you'll be able to compare your experiences. That when you meditate at 5 in the morning before sunrise, or 6 in the morning, or 10 in the morning, you see the difference. You meditate sometime at 6 o'clock, sometime at 5, sometime at 10, sometime at 2 at noon. And like a scientist, find it for yourself. Which meditation is more effective? And when you do find a great amount of intensity in your meditation at that particular time slot, adopt that time slot for your meditation. Well, leading a peaceful life, it depends what you mean by peaceful life. Each individual has a different definition. You see, peaceful life to one means avoiding what is not good and embracing what is really, really enchanting that gives them peace. To me, at this level in my life, peaceful life means no controversies so far, no disputes, not only in me but in others also. So it's not enough that I lead a peaceful life. But when I do see some disturbance elsewhere too, it does affect me too. Directly or indirectly, we are all leading a life together. Lead a balanced life in such a way that we are not pushed into this or that. It's easy to talk, but to arrive at such a state, it's not very difficult. Meditate well, do your cleaning properly every evening, and offer your prayer before you finally retire. These three simple practices brings about so much of joy and balance in life that you will be amazed at how such simple practices can revolutionize your life. Voice of the heart and logic of the mind. When they are in sync, it's a perfect marriage. We call eclipse of conscience. They are superimposed. When you recall all your past life, whatever has happened ever since your birth, and when you analyze whenever you followed your heart and saw the consequences unfolding in front of you, and whenever you put a stone over your heart and say, you shut up, let me do this, because your mind is pushing you to do that. Okay. Now you compare the consequences under both situations. Does that teach us something? Right? So, when the heart is saying and mind is at loggerhead with your heart, at that time, you tell my mind to keep quiet and find some reasons to justify why heart is saying so. Mind is not our enemy. Mind is just trying to make sure that we don't go wrong. So apply logic again and again. So when the logic and also the impulses of the heart come together, such a joyful thing to do, you see. Even when I do things as per the heart's dictum, but my mind is not convinced, it is still unfinished business. Though my heart says and I follow the heart, but mind still remains at cross. It is still not finished business because I still need to convince my mind somehow that what our heart is doing is correct. So you have to find logic again and again and dissect the situation and then put an end to it. You see, we should not leave anything unfinished. Often people criticize why Hindus worship the sun, the rivers, and the stars, and the trees, everything that comes across their way. There's a great significance. If we ponder over it, there was a time sages used to feel the presence of divinity in everything. The feeling of this presence of divinity in everything makes one bow their heads. I feel the presence of God in the trees, in the cow, the buffaloes, the lion, the cobras, the rivers. Automatically you become reverential towards all these forces, animate and inanimate. But if we do this without the feelings, then we fail in purpose. So the meditation. Meditation is to create that feeling in us first in our hearts. So the heartfulness way advocates that yes, we got to meditate on the presence of divinity in my heart first so that I can feel the presence in my heart. And once I begin feeling that presence in my heart, the next step is very easy. How to do cleaning and why cleaning is necessary. What are we cleaning? We are cleaning impurities and complexities that we gather during daytime. We are told that the best thing that can happen to anyone is to escape this circle of birth and death. That means escape the bondage of samskars. Because as long as the samskars are there, whether they are good or bad, whether you are bound by gold chain or a copper chain or iron chain, chain is after all a chain. We got to escape it. Through cleaning, we are able to reduce this burden of samskara through heartfulness way of cleaning. Very specific. Here are some of our apps and phone numbers and our website address. You can connect and take assistance of almost 13 to 14,000 trainers who are available to serve. The whole practice is free of charge. You owe nothing to anyone. Third and very important aspect of this practice is prayer. How to offer prayer to God. And what is this prayer all about? We pray with simple words that, my God, Thou art the real goal of human life. We are yet but slaves of wishes, putting bar to our advancement. Thou art the only God and power to bring us up to that stage. So through this prayer, we become cognizant of what is my goal, what is stopping my goal, and how I can get rid of the problems that I have. Without your help, I cannot achieve it. This prayer, actual words, you can find it on our website also. But I would highly recommend you that you do your morning meditation in the morning, perform evening cleaning, and just before going to sleep, offer this prayer 2 to 3 times. Repeat it. Try to understand the meaning of the prayer and contemplate on the meaning and go in that mode. In order to be creative, the number one prerequisite is peaceful environment, harmony within, right? How can I have that harmony within myself? Only through contemplative mind. And how can this contemplative mind adjust itself unless it remains focused? If my mind is not focused, I cannot contemplate. If I cannot contemplate, I cannot be in harmony within myself. And if there is no harmony within myself, I cannot be at peace. So the key somewhere lies in focusing my mind, training my mind, and how to focus on a cherished object, and that is going inward, being immersed in that state of love we call God. So the steps are very simple. Meditation trains my mind, helps me focus my mind, which in turn leads to contemplative mind, leads to harmony, leads to peace, and this peace is the mother of all. Only when you are peaceful you can be happy. Only when you are peaceful you can be creative. Only when you are at peace you can approach God. So peace, I think it's a canvas. You can paint whatever you like.
Love isn't something you demand, it's something you give. And that changes everything. Watch this video to understand love as action, not expectation.